Well, good evening. Welcome to PJ Devotions. I appreciate you joining me here tonight. Like many of you, I've been watching the news, kind of watched a little bit in horror last night, and then just kind of following along today with what's been going on. And it's been a little tough. It's been hard to see what's going on in our city, even though we're out here in St. Michael and Albertville and Hanover. This is still our community, and so it's been a little tough to watch today. And so I wanted to share with you a post from Holy Trinity Lutheran Church. Now, Holy Trinity is an ELCA congregation that's right off of Lake Street, and some of us, including some of our young people, were there. Oh man, it wasn't that long ago where we went there and we prepared a meal that we served at the homeless encampment that was off of Cedar. And so this is a church that we've had a little bit of a connection with, and they have long been kind of in the thick of things. And so this is what their pastor had to say this morning. I think this was several hours ago. It was an eventful evening. In cooperation with Minnesota Interfaith Power and Light, we opened the building to serve as a medic station and immediately began serving people with a variety of injuries, most of them tear gas related. Early this morning, we lost power, along with many others in the neighborhood. Apart from that minor inconvenience, our building and both affordable housing apartment buildings made it safely through the night. Thank you to the congregants who spent the evening at Holy Trinity, not to safeguard its contents, but to tend to the sick, the grieving, the fearful, and the hungry. The scene has calmed a bit, enough for folks to get out and survey our beloved Lake Street. It's tempting to focus our attention on the destruction that the neighborhood experienced last night. The fires, the windows, the merchandise loss, the tagging. Believe me, my tears fell alongside yours this morning as the sun rose. After all, Longfellow is my home. I'd invite all of us to remember that these are but symptoms of a society that has suffered for far too long under the crushing weight of inequality. As people of faith, we mourn the losses of last night. The landscape of our neighborhood has been forever changed. As people of faith, we also refuse to let anything distract us from the brutal violence and years of systemic disparities that brought us right here, right now. Many of you have asked how you can help. If you pray, we'd welcome your prayers. If you don't pray, but are willing to try something new, we'd welcome your prayers too. We'd willingly accept flashlights, lanterns, power banks to charge phones, water, tourniquets, trash bags, and paper towels. We aren't sure that we'll have power by the evening, and we want to be prepared for nightfall. Financial donations can be given through Holy Trinity's website. When asked to choose a fund, select Other and type Justice. We will ensure that every penny helps those who find their way into our care. We'll also share generously with our justice partners, without whom we cannot do this work. This Sunday is Pentecost, the day of the church year when we celebrate the Spirit's presence in and among us. As helicopters circle above me, I'm leaning into the promise of an advocate who offers comfort, inspires creativity, cultivates strength, and beckons us. Always, always, always beckons us closer to God's vision for the world. Like many of you, I've been thinking a lot about what's going on in our city, and it is heartbreaking. And I am grateful for churches like Holy Trinity that are out there on the front lines. And so, there is only so much we can do here, right? But we can support what they're doing with our prayers. But I know this on top of, the coronavirus and the stress that everybody's already been under, it just can seem really heavy and really overwhelming. And so tonight, what I would like to do is return to Psalm 46. Last week, I think I did a slideshow with that. And I want to return to Psalm 46 again, but just really to verse 10 in particular, to be still and know that God is God. And so here, just a few moments of Psalm 46.
Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know. Be still. Though mountains fall, the earth give way, I'll be your refuge, I'll be your strength. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know. Be still. Be safe. Be loved. Because I am sovereign. You are not forgotten. Of this you can be sure. I know your hopes, I know your fears. Rest in my promise that I am here. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know. Be still.
So I hope that you can find a little time to be still tonight, to remember that God is still God and that we will get through this. And that you also take a few minutes to be still and pray for our neighbors in Minneapolis, to pray for the churches there that are doing good work, to pray for the protesters who are just struggling with in so many ways, to pray for the police officers who are trying to figure out the best way to address the unrest right now, to pray for our leaders who are having to make difficult decisions, and to pray that all of them know that God is with them, that God is with us. So thank you for joining me tonight. May peace be with you. Good night.